Take two. Okay, so I started a YouTube channel, and it's called Intelligent Conversations with a Dullard. And obviously that's not... I'm making a video, girls. Please. These are definitely just raw these are raw videos. Anyways, my daughter wants to tell me that she wants to show me her skirt. So I didn't even realize skirts were even a real thing until like a year ago, you know. Anyways, I created this YouTube channel, and Intelligent Conversations with a Dullard. And so these are going to be my ideas and my thoughts, just raw. I'm going to try to make them as informed, as intelligent as I possibly can, doing the best that I can. And I'm not saying I'm a dullard, but I thought I like intelligent and then dullard. I like that contrast, right? I'm not the smartest guy ever, Lord knows, but I'm definitely not the dumbest either, right? And I have reasons for thinking what I think, right? So I want to make a quick video on why I don't think Jesus came back from the dead. Because all you have are claims of an empty tomb, Paul's conversion, the conversion of people, and then appearances of Jesus. I'm sorry, and I love my Christian brothers, and there's a friend of mine who's a dear friend of mine. I haven't been given permission to give his name yet, and I won't do that, right? That's not fair, right? But he's the main guy that I converse with. I've talked with hundreds of Christians, and I've formulated my ideas, and I've changed my thoughts, and I've learned a lot, especially in the last couple of years. So these are just my thoughts. And if you think I'm wrong, if anyone ever comes across this video and you watch it and you think I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong. Please be respectful, okay? Please be respectful. And I'll tell me why I'm wrong and give me the reasons for why I'm wrong. And then I will learn from what you're saying. If you're an asshole to me, then I'm like, whatever. But if you talk to me and explain to me why I'm wrong, right? Like my friend does. He's a full-blown Christian, and he tells me why he thinks I'm wrong, and I learn from his explanation. I don't always agree with his There are times where I agree with his explanations. I really do. I struggled with eternal damnation, and I've never heard an answer that makes sense, and he gave me an answer. And his answer was, we are God's creations, and if God wants to send us to hell, he can send us to hell. Now that creates another problem of justice, but being just. But if God wants to send us to hell forever, then God can send us to hell forever. And if he creates a soul into us and wants to send us to hell because we've blasphemed against him, like I've sinned. Anyways, he gave me an answer, and I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. And so now that's answered. Creates another problem, but the original question is now answered. Okay, so very, very quickly, okay? So what you'll get from intelligent Christian arguments, they'll create a base argument. They'll create a base of they'll create a base of facts, right? So they will create, Paul's conversion, okay, the crucifixion, appearances of Jesus, the burial of Jesus, the tomb found empty, the conversion of the first apostles, and on top of that, people willing to suffer and die for their beliefs. And that's generally the argument. Okay, if all those are true, if all those are true, sorry, just the friend I'm actually talking about just sent me a text message that just came up on my screen, so I got distracted for a second. So collectively, if all those are true, then the conclusion is Jesus coming back from the dead. Now, what I had said earlier in a different video is that someone coming back from being brutally murdered is a complete, it's like someone gets shot in the heart and 5 people witness them dying, him dead in the ground. Okay? And then that person showing up later, 3, 4, 5, a week later, alive and talking with some of the people that watched him die. That is a nonsensical statement. But the argument here, if you have, A through G or A through F or A through E or, I got 7 here. If I got, say, 8 facts, right? Because I got God in here as well, right? If you have 7 or 8 facts and those are all true, then the conclusion is true no matter how ridiculous it is. It's like, an argument my friend gave me is if I won the lottery. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Like, dude, the odds are more likely you'll get struck by lightning 7 times in your life that you'll ever be set and you'll ever win the lottery, right? But then if you start saying, okay, I play the same numbers and, buy tickets and I really try hard to win the lottery and I just happen to be lucky and all those are true, then I won the lottery no matter how ridiculous the claim is. All of a sudden I have a whole bunch of money and I bought a brand new car and I got a big house and okay, so all of a sudden now I have the money. So no matter how ridiculous the claim is, if these are true, then this is true. Okay? So just right now I'm at 7 minutes. So just quickly, right? So I will give Paul's conversion. Okay? I will grant Paul's conversion. Was he correct? He received a vision, okay, explaining to him the message of Christ. Was he correct in his interpretation of the vision? Okay? I will give the crucifixion. I believe in God. Okay? I believe in God. An interpersonal God that intercedes in human affairs. I'm going to make a separate video for that one. Right? So that's a whole other interesting topic because if God, and then you have the Big Bang Theory, the Kalam argument, right? So just a little hint there. Okay, so I believe in God. So I give God. I give Paul's conversion. I give appearances of Jesus. What kind of appearances? Post-bereavement hallucination. Okay. And exaggerated stories. Legendary accounts. I already went over post-bereavement. Legendary accounts it was a common literary tool back during the time of Christ. In that time when you would write stories and you'd fill in gaps, you would say, Jesus did this. He walked on water. Jesus brought this person back from the dead. Jesus healed the blind. Jesus did this. Jesus did that. Jesus did this. And you'll use these literary devices to show how great your person is. Right? So, for example, the 12 Trials of Hercules. I don't know enough about history, unfortunately, to really... I've heard of this technique, and I've had it explained to me in different lectures that I've listened to, and I trust the explanation. The example I can give is is Hercules and the 12 Trials of Hercules. Is that a true story? No, it's a legendary account to show the greatness of Hercules. The burial of Jesus, I'll say probable, even likely. The burial of Jesus by Joseph of Arimathea. Doubtful. Also, too, when it came to burial, what kind of burial? Did he go into a family tomb that the family scrimped together and saved? They have like a little place where Joseph went and Mary and the brothers of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. And if Jesus got married, I'm not saying he did, but if Jesus got married, right? or this fresh cut rock tomb, brand new, undefiled by other bodies, provided by this super wealthy patron who was secret that no one knew about, who just happened to be in Jerusalem and was a follower of Jesus. Right? So just by those quick little, information points, I'm showing you that I think it's an exaggerated story, right? And I'm telling you how probably it could be an exaggerated story, right? The tomb found empty. I'm sorry, I think that's a legendary account, because you need the Joseph of Arimathea to provide the tomb, and then the tomb being found empty. It could be legendary. They could have went to the wrong tomb. The body could have been stolen. I'm not saying those are likely accounts. I'm just saying they're accounts, right? I mean, what's more likely, a body to be stolen and then people saying they saw him, or him actually coming back from the dead? The answer is obvious. I'm sorry, but the answer is obvious. And then the conversion of the first apostles. I will say that, or the first few believers, the apostles believing in the risen Jesus, the stories of the risen Jesus, and then being converted, and then the suffering of the early church, right? My friend was talking to me about martyrs. Martyrs is a really sensitive topic, because there are people who are martyred every day, who are martyred for their faith. And that's a very personal thing that people do. And I don't want to throw any kind of shade. In my last video on my YouTube, on my Facebook channel, I gave an explanation, and I will if it's asked of me, but I don't want to, because it's such a personal thing that people, when you have one life and it's so precious, and if you believe something so fully that you're willing to give your life for what you believe, that's such a special and precious and amazing thing that I don't want to throw any kind of real shade on that. So I do have an explanation, but I do have a point about that, but I don't want to throw any kind of shade on that. So this was a real quick kind of video. But anyways, so if you have A through G, or A through F, let's just say, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7 points. If all 7 points are true, if you got A plus B, so you got A, like 1%, plus B is 5%, plus C, it's like 20%, plus D, it's like 70%, plus E, and then plus F. So it's a compounding type argument, right? And so that's the argument that Christians use to intelligently explain why someone can be risen from the dead. And there are really intelligent people that really truly believe that Jesus was risen. And they're smarter than I am, Lord knows. And there are some brilliant people, like William Lane Craig is a champion. C.S. Lewis is a champion. Gary Habermas is a champion of the Christian movement. As much as Christians don't like them, Bart Ehrman is a champion of and critical scholars, right? And Dale Martin is a champion. I'll go with David Brake is another champion, right? So just critical scholars, and they, especially Bart Ehrman, are really disliked, and there's reasons why people dislike Bart. So anyways, I covered a lot of topics. I'm really working on this. Please give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. All 3 people that'll end up watching this video in the entire time that it's up. Thank you for watching, if you did. And I'll see you in my next video.